Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today we are starting a weekend kind of reading vlog, essentially my sister and I, sister Jara child, we are sitting in the driveway about to leave for lunch basically before we hit the road. A couple big things that are gonna happen in this vlog. Number one, we're obviously going on a road trip. Number two, Waco has my absolute favorite bookstore. I'm so excited, literally so excited. I don't think you're gonna get to go, but I don't think you're gonna mind that you're gonna miss out on book shopping because you hate going book shopping with me because I tend to take some time doing.
I bet the entire time we're there on like Saturday, you'll probably
to be fair, I have to go let out McKenna's dog. Yeah. Which brings us to the third point. I'm gonna go see my bestie. We're gonna go hit a bookstore, road trip funsies that will ensue. But the number one thing that I'm so excited for in this vlog, I have a gift for you.
Oh no.
I have to go get the gift though.
Oh no.
And it's not actually for you because you can't keep it.
Okay.
Okay. She said I don't want it anyways.
I think I know what it is.
Huh? Close your eyes.
Oh wait, putty.
Are eyes closed?
Yes, they are closed, Bailey.
You can open.
Figured as much.
You're a dearest.
Yes.
Have you ever read before in your life?
Occasionally.
Occasionally?
Not very often.
Describe your reading preferences, if you could, for the audience, please.
Probably like murder mystery kind of things.
Solid.
Like crime.
You do like you some crime?
Yeah.
We don't do, following the laws here. We only do breaking them.
Cop Dad?
Not for us.
Not for us. Couldn't be us.
Wouldn't be us.
Would not. Would never be us.
Anyways, I was gonna ask you some other questions. What do you know about this book going into it?
Absolutely nothing.
Fair point.
I never heard of it till now.
Well, you're about to hear about it.
Oh, leaf blower.
So, have you ever read a book before?
I have.
What book was it? The cereal box doesn't count. You don't even read those. I read those.
It depends. So
good answer.
Mainly what I don't read for fun. I read for school projects.
Fair. So you've read some classics.
We don't have to read
Supposedly has read some classics.
Boy on Top of the Mountain.
I was gonna ask, so tell the audience, what's your favorite book?
Either Boy on Top of the Mountain or The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Spicy. Okay, Jara has always talked about Boy on Top of the Mountain.
Because it's the only
on
it's the first really long book I've ever read.
Repeat. You read Picture of Dorian Gray
this past year.
This past year?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that you liked it as much as you did. And I haven't read it, so I just didn't know. But the fact that you liked the classic that, as enough to be, mentioned with Boy on Top of the Mountain, that's some big material.
It was also pretty short, but I even have my own copy. I've also read Tuesdays.
Wow. So she's read some, big girl books. What's your favorite, genre to read about? And, topics you like to read about?
Kind of like murder mystery kind of thing, or true crime.
You like some true crime, some murder mystery. You like... What did you say a minute ago?
Crime.
You did in fact say crime.
That's about it.
Fair. So this is I feel like this is going to be a very interesting book for you to read because it does have some fantasy elements, which hello, I'm in the room. But also it does have some of the suspense plot lines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crime families.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting. I feel like of all of the books that are on my TBR at the moment, for sure, this is going to be the one that you're going to be most potentially interested in.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, she's read some things. She's not a big reader. She doesn't necessarily like to read. This is going to be a fairly long road. I mean, it's not really going to be that long, but it's going to be some time. So I'm obviously going to sit here and listen to it. She has the option to not listen to it. So we'll see if she sticks with it. And if not, we'll get her input as to the parts that she listened. And then I obviously will update you on my thoughts. Also, if you weren't aware, this is on Kindle Unlimited now. I think as of a couple months ago, maybe. So I did bring my Kindle. I'll probably be actually reading from that, but I did, while we're here. Obviously,
what are you fanning yourself?
No, but look how floppy it is. You don't understand the flop factor.
I do not. Some more, I guess.
Doing this little intro portion outside in a hot car, so we have to have the windows out. This is supposed to be fast, anyways. This is going really well. Welcome to the vlog. It's also lunchtime, so that really doesn't help.
Well, at least we smell like watermelon. Oh my gosh, that's what I forgot.
What?
My Sol de Janeiro. I don't have no more smelly goods.
When I say that this kid is so much cooler than I have ever been, I mean it. We're taking her car this weekend. She's got all of the things to play with, and I'm obsessed at the moment. Can you drop a link for me so I can...
Walmart.com.
This book, whenever I went to Waco during the Iron Flame release, I basically took a week of PTO, went and visited my friend McKenna. I started Jade City on the way there, and I got 207 pages in. I was freaking obsessed, and then things just kind of got a little busy, and then I kind of underestimated the amount of time that was needed for, reading a whole book before a whole nother book released. Surprise, surprise. So basically, I had to put this on pause, and I knew that when I came back to it, it was going to have to be its own freaking moment because I'm so excited. This is actually part of my 12 books recommended by 12 friends that I did at the beginning of 2023. So literally since the beginning of 2023, I have been so aggressively anticipating it, and I knew that I would just want to carve out a little bit of space of time for it, and I haven't quite done it yet. However, August starts Battle-a-thon, which basically, I'll link the announcement video below if you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you want to read as many 5-star books as possible, and the more highly ratings, the more highly you rate things, the higher rating things that you read, you get what I'm saying, you get more points, essentially. So, given that this is a book that I just so aggressively, I know it, I feel it in my bones, this is going to be a 5-star, I feel like with today being August 1st, this is the absolute perfect book to start off this readathon with. Also, I already have the audiobook. I really did like the audiobook when I was listening to it. And so, as we get on our little road trip, it's only fitting that the next time that I go to Waco, I circle back to this. It's been a minute, I'm going to have to restart it, which means that Sister Child is going to have to listen to it. So, we're going to get her reactions, assuming she can stick around with us for a little bit. Chances are, not much.
Not gonna lie, that guy who drove by a minute ago.
Is he staring at us? Probably.
He gives the dirtiest look.
It's okay. He's just not as cool as us.
Yeah, he has no personality. Or personality.
I'm not liking in that. Okay, so to prep you into what this book roughly is about before you go into it, first of all, the leaf blower is just gonna be leaf blowing. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have music over this, so it's gonna be fine. So Jade City, the whole premise of this world, if you have the right training, Jade will basically give you powers and like amplify your powers. So it's very highly sought after stone. The more jade you accumulate, the stronger you are. So all of these families and these dynasties and these crime families have been formed around this jade. So this book opens up, you're kind of dropped into like a different sideline plot from the beginning that circles back a little bit later, so you're gonna be a little confused going into it, but it'll circle back around. But point being, we have a family. I think there's 3 siblings. Each of the siblings, I'm thinking to myself, obviously,
like, don't ask me.
They each have their own little storylines. I know which sibling so far has been my favorite, but I'm curious to see what your sibling reaction is going to be. How cute. I forgot how much this was about siblings.
No! You make me break out.
Break out in sisterly
Oh
love.
it's the guy. It's the guy again.
Anyways, my phone is officially overheated, so we're gonna go get some lunch. We're gonna hit the road. Maybe get some gas in between. And have a great weekend that I'm literally so thrilled about. Great. Road trips are infinitely more fun when you can make somebody else pump gas for you. And you can, sit here and eat your Sammy. As I drop it literally everywhere, sorry. Hi! It's a me show anyways.
Shut up.
Dang, you're right, my hair does kind of look fun today.
I know. Okay, that keeps...
I blow dried it, super fun. Anyways, point being, air conditioning for 2 seconds, sorry. Little Jade City update. How are you feeling?
I'm so lost and bored.
We kept stopping and I was explaining all of the little things that was happening because I feel like now reading it for me the second time around, I'm definitely picking up on everything. I think the first time around, I was also like, what is even happening? So for me, I'm having a much more of a successful, whatever, one of those times. I think she's ready to tune out already.
I think I've been ready to tune out.
Huh?
I said, I think I've been ready to
So,
tune out.
we started talking about random stuff, and then we
Hamilton.
paused the audiobook, and now we're listening to Hamilton. So basically all of that to say, Jade City is going really great for me. We have a bug juice that's actually kind of slapping. I got me and Alani. What else did we get? We got some Cheeto Puffs, and we got some trail mix because we are still like...
Trail mix?
Not trail mix, Puppy Chow. It's the like birthday cake kind. Birthday cake and funfetti are technically the same thing, right? It's the same vibe. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
literally the same thing.
We've got like 2.5 hours. I have literally no idea how far we are away. We're supposed to get there at like 7:30, so it's supposed to be like 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
But point being, we're probably not going to listen anymore, Jade City. But we're having a great time.
Yeah, we found some really great TikTok audios.
She found some great TikTok audios. I'm being cultured at this moment.
A little over 2 hours away. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Excellent. So we're basically just going to eat dessert until we can get our dinner because we're going to go to the mac and cheese bar.
If not, I don't know, this is great. That was so cold. Don't!
I got some watermelon propel. All of that to say, we're freaking locked and loaded. We got some body armor.
We had options.
We balled out a little bit too hard. Can you tell that we're hungry? And also we've been singing too much, now we're really thirsty. So, anyways.
It's been great.
TTYL.
Down the hatch, I guess.
Juicy.
Throwing it back.
It's
chug,
really good.
chug.
I kind of regret the lime. The
lime one?
The white lime, yeah. I always like green flavors because I feel like they stain less.
I always feel like it's green apple, but when it's not, very.
When we come back through, we can get the blue one.
Or the red one.
Can we get the blue one? Or do you want the red one?
One for each.
You heard it here, folks. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Musical you've ever heard in your entire life.
Except that you can't hear half of it.
But you'll feel it.
You'll get the vibe for sure. I'm just chewing.
Oh, okay.
It's away!
You're kind of harsh in the jam right now, but like snacks are also equally important. Put that in the window.
Oh my god, go!
My bagel family won, fly zero.
I think
served.
He is cooked. Anyways.
Ready? I'm so ready. I was born ready. Something really funny. I sure did.
First time I've ever heard of Hamilton was because of my history teacher. We were learning about the Boston Tea Party.
It was very sexist of me. Not the Boston Tea Party, but the history teacher. You were learning about the Boston Tea Party. Continue.
Anyways, learning about the Boston Tea Party, he said I have a great thing I need to show you. This amazing video that will be stuck with you forever. And he played the clip of "You'll Be Back."
What a teacher!
Before everything
got you a lesson that's stuck for life.
Before everything got blocked on.
Oh, cool.
Anyways, back to "You'll Be Back." We got very sidetracked,
but we'll be back.
I will punch you. I will punch you across the room.
Play it. Roll the tapes. Hello friends, we're back kind of like a day later. Last night we got into Waco. Finally we went to, after much debating, we went to Texas Roadhouse. I found out Jara had never been, so obviously we had to go to Texas Roadhouse, but it's actually fairly close to our hotel, so we did that. We went and checked in our hotel, and then we ended up trying on all of our outfits, and we just basically played dress up all night. Now that she's no longer, you know, like a child, we're actually similar sizes, and if you've never had a sister or a friend or like anyone that you can just like trade clothes with and have fun, the absolute best time. But point being, We went to the conference this morning. The seniors will be there until like 6:30 or so. They release the parents pretty quick and easy. So it's now noon. I'm gonna go off in search of some lunch and also some caffeine because I desperately need caffeine. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go to the bookstore today instead of going tomorrow, and then I'll figure out something else for tomorrow. But point being, let's go to the bookstore. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
We don't have In-N-Outs, so like, where else was I gonna get lunch, honestly? This is the best day of my life. Hello friends, as you can tell, we have officially made it back. It was a fantastic weekend. What you may not be able to tell is that it's actually almost a week later. It's currently Friday evening. I finally finished this book. I did have small intentions of reading more of this book than I actually did, but I ended up being able to sit in on a lot of the conference this weekend, which was a fantastic time, which I don't think I fully covered previously, but we essentially went to Waco for a Texas Farm Bureau. It's called Thrive. It's an installment of their student success series, but my younger sister is a senior in high school and it was made for seniors in high schools, and so I just happened to be her parent guardian for the weekend. The nerd in me was just absolutely living. I obviously wasn't going to finish a full 500-page book in the middle of a road trip weekend situation that I actually was like doing stuff in, so I wasn't necessarily anticipating finishing this book. However, I was able to finish this book this week, and you guys, I knew going into it would be a 5-star. I mean, I kind of knew based on the 207 page. I also have not moved this bookmark because I did fully listen to the audiobook, which kind of surprised me. But based on my 207 pages of prior experience with this book, I knew I was going to rate it really highly, and to no one's surprise, it is in fact a 5-star. Couple of things. First of all, I think if I would have in my brain just a teeny bit thought where things were going to go, I would have figured out where things were going to go, at least in the beginning initial plot twist kind of situation that was happening. If you don't know, I have a bachelor's degree actually in economics, but all of the business decisions that they were kind of making here was very interesting. However, plot aside, I mean, I obviously did enjoy the plot, and there were some moments that I was just like, oh my god, what? It was juicy, okay? Set that aside for a minute. The characters. You guys, I like the plot. The characters were what made me latch on. I was obsessed with almost every character. I will have to say Lon was a little bit wet noodle like. I wouldn't really say he was wet noodle. I'd call him like a damp noodle. Like not fully wet, but like definitely occasionally limp. However, Shay was the character that I, from the very get-go, was obsessed with her. I really like the reluctant hero idea, and this idea of her just like not wanting to be involved in this and having a different path that she wanted to do, but at the same time she's kind of drugged back into it, and she's like, wait, but and like kind of figuring out that she actually does want to be there. And then Hilo, oh my, there is something about a character who's supposed to be the brute strong horn in this book, but he's very passionate and is very upfront with his emotions, and he's very like touchy-feely. I loved him. He was so cute. Like, he was hot, but at the same time, like, I just wanted to be his friend. There's just something about his character development, because he would have all these really complex feelings, and instead of being like, I'm a man, I don't feel things, I am the horn of our family clan in which I am in charge of all of the battle things and all of the aggression things, so I'm just not going to focus on the emotion. Baby boy had some emotions, and I was here for all of them. Andy, he is baby boy, and I cannot wait to see what baby boy does in his future. This book is basically peak sibling energy, and I freaking loved it. You go back and forth in between feeling like an outsider to this family, to feeling like, oh wait, I actually do want to be in this family, but like also wait, this is my family, this is all that matters in the world, to this is my sibling and I know how to hurt them best, so we're gonna sit here and we're going to fight the absolute most brutal way. But then at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, nothing's gonna get in between us, and we are on the same team. But then you also have all of the themes of like stepping into roles that you're not quite ready for. So you've got all of these feelings of inadequacy and feelings of just like, what the heck am I even supposed to be doing here? And like, I just don't, and I loved watching all these characters go through that, and like having to make these decisions on a day-by-day basis to figure out what to do in this world. But at the same time, they very much so like know what the end goal is. They're all just rising to the occasion, and there's so much just like go team go energy that it was just immaculate, and I was so about it. The other thing about these characters, before I forget to mention entirely, all of these characters, same family, right? Same shared goals, same, you know, location of the world, all of those good things. All of these characters felt like individual people. They may all be in the same family and they have the same goals, but they all have individual characteristics that they bring into the family dynamic. It was cool to see how all these characters came together with their individual struggles and to see how they were going to accomplish this shared goal. So this book was very much the go team go energy, and also a lot of like inner turmoil and inner strife. So definitely the plot itself was interesting, but ultimately for me, it was the characters that just made me obsessed. Also, all of the random moments of interior decorating was such a slay. It was so random, but also so fun. At the same time, I'm not really sure where that was coming from, but like it came and it happened, and I was into it. So I'm probably going to wait a little bit to jump into Jade War. I will probably get the audiobook because I did enjoy listening to the audiobook so much here. I will probably save that in the background for when I do need an audiobook, but also I do know where we left off in this book. You kind of fairly clearly know what the ultimate overhanging plot line for this book will be, which I kind of appreciate because I feel like I'm going to be able to pick this book up when I'm actually in a mood to read something like this, as opposed to just like immediately jumping into this second book. Because I feel like sometimes with book twos, I immediately jump into book two and I'm like, wait, am I even in the mood to read this right now? No, it's just because the cliffhanger and this was so good, and then I don't end up liking book two as much. So I really appreciate the way that this ended, and I am very excited to jump into this one. Let me freaking tell you, I am very excited. Also, Barrow is trash. That's all. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I've edited the first half of this video already, and it's kind of chaotic and it's kind of a mess, but hopefully it was at least semi-fun to watch. I'm so stinking glad to have read a book that has been on my TBR for so freaking long. I feel unstoppable. Like, not to be dramatic or anything, but like I feel like kind of really good about reading this book. Not only did I just genuinely like this book, but also I have owned this book for a very freaking long time, and it's now off my physical TBR, and I've been just like looking at it and staring at it for such a long time, knowing that I really want to read it and knowing that I'm gonna really like it when I read it. However, I've just not read it yet, so I'm very excited. I have also gone through Pinterest already and pulled out a bunch of pages to put into a bullet journal spread for this book, which I will do hopefully sometime this weekend maybe, but we will circle back to that at a later date, and I'm just so excited to be in this world, to know what this world is about, and to have loved it as much as I was gonna say did, but am currently loving, because it's not over yet. I don't want it to be over yet, which is probably why I'm not gonna pick this second book up just quite yet. But I'm definitely excited to read it, so love. I'm so beyond grateful. I just needed a weekend away to just kind of like reset my brain, and I was very much so glad to have that this weekend. I got to hang out with my sister, which is always a fun time. I got to read a 5-star book, which is always definitely a fun time. I got to sit in on some like marketing and branding sessions, which was I was obsessed. I was taking notes like a crazy person. It was such a great time. And I got to see my bestie. And then I also got to hang out with McKenna's dog for like 4 hours on Saturday. I was supposed to go to her house and let her dog out, and then I proceeded to lay on the couch for 4 hours. And instead of reading, we just watched the Olympics together, and Piper and we just had a great Saturday. So it was just a fun weekend overall. I'm so glad you were here to watch it all. So obviously go ahead and leave a comment down below, but if you've made it this far and you have nothing else to say, I feel like a green heart is in order for the emoji of this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next one.